Right, okay, so just doing a quick video on my SR5 coin mechs by Money Controls. I don't know why I'm pointing down there. It's on that side where it says Money Controls. You can see it. This is the UK spec model, so it accepts pounds, £2, yada yada. So basically, I went ahead and I bought a coin mech that fit this front plate. Oh, this one more in particular. I found this front plate on eBay. I was like, that's what I want on my arcade cabinet. And the guy in the description said it fits an SR5. So I was like, well, it's an SR5 that I need, obviously. Didn't have a clue how coin mechs worked, and found out the hard way. So basically, you can wire the coin mech up through the parallel interface, and you can get it to send a pulse when a coin goes through. Now, if you're connecting this straight to an I-Pac, which I have sat in this testing control that I made up, so the I-Pac's in there. This is just for testing and playing about. But basically, you can have it flash and send a pulse to the I-Pac, which will register a number 5 for your MAME emulator. And that's great if you want to be able to put any coin in and have it just give you 1 credit, which I didn't want to do. I wanted to be able to put different coins in and get obviously different amounts of play. So the way I've got it set up is 20 pence gets you 1 play, 50 pence gets you 3, £1 gets you 6, and £2 gets you 12. So how do I do that? Well, I didn't have a clue at the time, so I spoke to a few people. I spoke to Andy from Ultimark, I spoke to Neil from Ultra Cabs, I think it's Neil. Both really helpful guys. Ended up getting in touch with a guy from Videotronics. He's based in Bradford. I think his website's videotronics.co.uk. You should check him out. He's got some really awesome arcade gear. A lot of second-hand stuff for sale. One of the things in which he had for sale was this Klingon Plus board. So everybody kind of told me, you know, you need a credit board if you're using a multiple coin acceptor or a coin validator, as opposed to just a single coin acceptor. If it validates different coins, you need a credit board. So a lot of people recommended the XL. Out of my price range for this, it's a budget build, so I got myself the Klingon. I got this from Moa Videotronics. Like I say, really helpful guy. He sold me it cheap. He does sell them on eBay as well. And while I was there, I also picked up another one of these faceplates because the other guy that was selling this one on eBay didn't have a door at the bottom. So me and Mo went through all his gear and we found one. Both of these came from the same seller. I bought one first. Then I actually got one from another seller, kind of cheap, which is down here. But I accidentally blew it up. Long story, don't ask. So I bought another one from the seller that I bought this one from, which is actually good because they're both the exact same mode, whereas that one was a slightly different mode, so that was no good to me. So the way I've got it set up at the minute is I've got the actual guts of the cabinet that are here, and running off the power supply using a Molex to chocolate block adapter, which I've got obviously my 12 volts coming from the yellow. I've got a ground coming from the power supply as well, which go into the Klingon. Now the 12 volts goes on pin 1, working bottom to top. So pin 1, I've got the 12 volt, pin 2 is a key, so it's blank. Pin 3, I've got my ground. Then pin 4 is actually player 1 coin pulse, so that goes to player 1 or coin 1 on the I-Pac. Miss a few pins, get all the way up to this one that says 0/P2, which is coin pulse for coin 2 or player 2, so that goes to there. Then what we've got on the Klingon board, you'll see that we've got these pin heads. But we've got these pin headers for validator A, and then we've got these down here. I don't know if you can see the writing in there, but for validator B. So now the Klingon natively supports, you're going to be able to see on the side of my messy desk here, but the Klingon natively supports being able to sit on the side of the coin mech. Now this is a 21 pin, I think. I don't know, but it's more than 15, which is what the Klingon is natively. It's a 15 pin interface, and the smaller version of this, the SR3, has a standard 15 pin, so it just slots straight on. This slots on as well, but you have to look out for the key in. So where the missing pin is, you also miss a pin here, and as long as you line that up, everything's hunky-dory. So I've only got power going to the Klingon from the PC, and then the ribbon cables, which I got myself off eBay. I got a really long GPIO for a Raspberry Pi cable, just split it. As long as you make sure you get the wiring right, colouring doesn't really matter. I'm going to have to cut and extend all of these anyway once it goes into the cabinet. So yeah, validator A goes to that one, validator B goes to that one. So what I'm going to show you now is just basically how we get the different pulses from it. So I'm just going to drop this in here. Now this is going to be difficult one-handed, so you'll have to excuse me. So if I drop 20 pence in, should register 1 game, which it does. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop 20 pence in the player 2 one, which is this one. and that again should register as a number 6. Oh no, it rejected it. Let's try again. And again, that's a fake 20 pence. I didn't make it, I probably just got in some change. Let's try this one instead. Oh, it's not liking that 20 pence. I wonder if it's the way. Let's try this. There we go. And that registered as 6. It's the way I've got them sat on the desk. So let's try a 50 pence piece now. So that's one of these to people who don't know what 50 pence is. Put it in player 1s. In fact, let's return there. Put it in player 1s. Oh, it's rejecting it. It never does this in testing. It's only when you've got the camera on. So let's try it again. Oh, for flip's sake. Oh, it's because I'm doing it one-handed. Let's try this again. Let's put it in there like that. There we go. So you get 3 for 50p, that's on player 1. Let's try the same trick again on player 2. So set that up. Fantastic. And then let's try the pounds. So put a quid in. Yeah. Let's try player 2. That's a pound for anybody who doesn't know what one looks like. There you go, put that in there. And then show this. Way. Now unfortunately I'm not rich enough for a £2 coin, so I don't have a £2 coin to show you that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you want to get multi-coin validators or anything like that set up, you do have to get a credit board as far as I'm aware, unless your coin mech has one built in, which a lot of coin mechs do. These didn't. Obviously I didn't do my homework. I'm building a cabinet for the first time and I thought to myself, I want one that looks like that. That's what fits it. Buy one of those. Shit, how do I make it work? Okay, I now need one of those. How the fuck do they work? So hopefully this will explain it for anybody who makes the same mistake. I'm sure I'm not the only idiot out there in the world. But yeah, that's pretty much how you get your SR5 working with a Klingon Plus board, working with MAME on a PC, or with the I-Pac 2 more specifically. Now, a lot of people, just so I can cover this, say that you need a Zener diode that goes between the pulse to the I-Pac and the ground. Now I do have some Zener diodes. I think I'll show you them there. I did buy them. I was going to do that as per everybody's recommendations, but the Klingon actually only puts out 5 volts over that. So basically what a Zener does is, I think it's pronouncing that right if I'm not an idiot, but from my understanding it will drop 12 volts, which is what's going into the Klingon, down to a lower voltage that the I-Pac can accept, which is 5.16 or something. But if you actually look at the Klingon, you can see that it's got a lot of diodes on there. I'm guessing 1 or 2 of those is dropping the voltage down on those pulse outs anyway. So as far as I'm aware, don't take my word for it, always do your own research. I have been known obviously to blow up coin mechs. I wouldn't put it past me blowing up an I-Pac. But as far as I'm aware, it puts out 5 volts. I did test it on my multimeter. I was getting 5.18, which as far as I'm aware is acceptable because the Zener only drops it down at 5.1, so that could be 5.19, 5.16. So as far as I'm aware, that putting out 5.19 is fine. So yeah, if you make the same stupid fucking mistake as I do, that's how you can get yourself out shit and get yourself some pretty cool coin mechs. As far as I'm aware, these two don't take the new 10 pence pieces. I'm not having 10p's in there anyway. Both of them do take the new 50p's and the new 20p's. But as far as I'm aware, these need to go away for reprogramming. I don't think it's something you can do yourself. If somebody knows how, please let me know, because it would be cool to have 10p's on there. But apparently Money Controls own the rights to the software or whatever the thingy is that you need to reprogram them. So I haven't been able to do that. So I've just knocked 10p's off by removing the pin that allows 10p's to go through. It's currently connected, but it's going to be disconnected when the rig goes live. But that's it for now on these. Thought I'd just post this on the video because I was stuck for a few days on this one, googling the shit out of it, not getting much help. So yeah, hopefully you guys can learn from this video and hopefully not be as stupid as I was. Thanks for watching.